Well, hello there everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Food and the Single Guy with me, your very own and very single AMARU. Yes, I went to Brazil and I'm still single, but boo-boo, they were on me. They were on your boy like a hawk in the Kalahari Desert, okay? But I said, nah, because all of this 6'2" prime South American beef doesn't come cheap. No. So I said, no, thank you. I could. The fact of the matter is, I have received multiple offers. One as high as $1,000 US dollars to have myself serviced from start to finish, if you know what I mean. And so I showed my cousin and my sister-in-law, I showed them the DM, and both of them were like, why are you still here? You should be packing. I'm like, are you guys trying to pimp me the hell out? Yes, they were. But I said, no, I don't come cheap. If you want all of this, you're gonna have to work for it. But that has nothing to do with this video. I just wanted to throw that in for you for good measure. Now, speaking of good measure, on this episode of Food and the Single Guy, I'm gonna be making a Brazilian cake. Yes, you heard correctly, cake. AMARU is going to bake a cake. You know I don't do sweets, I don't do cookies, I don't do anything sweet. The fact of the matter is, I am a savory kind of a guy, okay? But my cousin and I and my sister-in-law, we decided to travel down to Guaramiranga, which is a small town all the way up in the mountains, okay? It's approximately 800 to 1,000 meters above sea level, and everywhere you're surrounded by mountains and valleys and all of that stuff. Beautiful rainforest, the nature is just stupendous. And the climate is very, very pleasant. So we stayed there for a day, and then the next day he said, well, we're gonna have to find some breakfast because we're gonna have to drive back. We're gonna have to drive back to town, which was, I think, a 3-hour drive, if I'm not mistaken. So at 8:30 in the morning, we're there at this stand. This lady was selling her, you know, her savory goods and her juice and all of that stuff. And I saw the cakes. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe the cakes will be for lunch when the people come, you know? And no. My cousin then said, I want you to try this cake. I said, it is 8:30 in the morning. I am not having cake at 8:30 in the morning. He said, try the cake. I said, no. He said, try the damn cake. I said, well, fine. So I tasted the cake. It is called Bolo Mole. Now, you guys, I don't do sweets. I said this before, but I told my cousin, I said, are you trying to convert me into a man that is now going to have cake at 8:30 in the morning? He said, is it working? I'm like, shut up and give me the damn cake. Baby, when I tell you, I don't do sweets, but I think I am almost converted. It was to die for. The next day, I went to Panaderia Romana in downtown Fortaleza, and they also sell these cakes and a multitude of cakes. I said, I want a bolo mole because I'm gonna take this home with me. And I posted a video on my Instagram, I believe, and on my TikTok, I'm not sure, but I posted a video of the bolo mole, and I also posted a video of the salgados that they sell. Salgados are little savory snacks. Some of them are stuffed with chicken, ground beef, cheese, very delicious. Now that is my shit, okay? Cakes and sweets, however, not so much, but the bolo mole, baby, when I tell you. So, I watched a truckload of YouTube videos because I was asked in Brazil, I was recognized in Brazil by 3 people. Yes, so that was kind of, you know, it appealed to my ego a little bit. And so they said, are you gonna make any kind of Brazilian goods on your cooking show? I said, sure, I will. So today is the day that I will show you how I make my bolo mole as per the 800 and something thousand YouTube videos that I watch, because I always tell you, when I make something from another country, when I make a recipe, a dish from another culture, I don't want to butcher it. So I did my very best to follow the recipes to the letter. And bolo mole is actually a cake that is made with milk, okay? Now some people also add coconut milk, and I've added some coconut milk to mine. On top of that, it is also a cake that is made with condensed milk, and I added condensed coconut milk to mine. Now I will tell you that you will taste a hint of coconut somewhere far in the distance. It is not overpowering, and the taste is almost identical to the taste that I remember when I had this cake in Fortaleza in Brazil last month. Okay, now I hope you will give this a try, but before we continue, let me tell you this. It is a very rich cake, okay? Do not overeat. If you're suffering from any kind of ailment, it may spike up your system and whatever have you. I do not want that for you, so don't overeat. It is very rich, okay? It contains a truckload of calories. If you count calories, be mindful of that, all right? All right, now, I'm gonna list all the ingredients for you in the information box below the video, and I hope you will give this one a try because it's so quick and easy, very delicious. Make this once a year, or at the very max, twice a year, okay? I'll say it again, don't go crazy with it because your ass and your waistline are not gonna be happy with you. Okay? So without further ado, let us move on to the baking. Okay, you guys, so this is probably the easiest cake that I will ever make because all you have to do is simply pour all of the ingredients into the jug of your blender. I have never heard of anyone making cake batter in a blender. I am used to making cake batter with a mixer, you know what I mean, or with a whisk. But when in Brazil, you do as the Brazilians do, so we're going to use the blender. And we are going to start with the eggs. What I have here are 4 eggs, which we're going to pour into the blender, just like so. Next, I'm gonna pour about 350 mils of milk. There we go. Next, we're gonna add about 350 mils of coconut milk. Just like that. We will also add a can of condensed coconut milk, and this is what it looks like. We're also going to add about 100 grams of unsalted butter, and make sure that all of your ingredients are at room temperature, by the way. Here we go. So next I'm going to add a cup of sugar. That is what the recipe calls for. So here we go. And lastly, we're going to add 2 cups of flour. 1, 2. So now I'm going to give this a gentle stir, ever so gently. So now we're going to cover the jug and we're going to blitz this batter until it turns into a nice homogeneous mass. Now, some people also like to add vanilla to their batter. I think that is a very nice touch, and it will add to the flavor, I'm sure. So I'm also going to add vanilla to mine, and this is about 1 teaspoon. So here we go. And we're going to blitz it again. So my oven has been preheating for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees C. And what I have here is a non-stick cake mold. And as I was told in Brazil, it doesn't matter what kind of cake pan they use, they always grease it before adding the batter. All right? So that's what I did. And now I'm going to add the batter to the pan. Just like so. There we go. Alright? Alright. So next we're going to put this bad boy in the oven and we're going to allow it to cook for about 50 minutes to an hour at 180 degrees C. Alright? And of course, when it's done, I hope to dazzle you with the final presentation. So, let's go. Alright, you guys. So this is what my cake looks like fresh out of the oven. And it smells delicious, I can tell you that much. So next what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let it cool for about 5 minutes, and then I am going to dazzle you with the final presentation. Oh yes! And as for me, once again, I could not select just one picture for the thumbnail of this video. So I'm sharing a couple of pictures with you so you can get a better look and a better impression of this bolo mole. All right? I hope you'll appreciate it. And as I said earlier, I hope you will give this one a try. It is well worth it. Now, if you do decide to try bolo mole the way I made it, let me know how it turned out. If you're more comfortable watching other YouTubers, how they made their bolo mole, go right ahead. But whatever you do, try it. You're going to love it if you're into cakes and that sort of thing. All right? All right. So let me love you and leave you, and let me thank you for watching. Let me thank you for all the love and support and all of that beautiful stuff. And let me wish you a happy weekend. Until we meet again, my friends, have a good one. Bye.